want to welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. Doesn't the story of Lazarus and the rich man teach that rich people go to hell and poor people go to heaven? Where does the Bible say that the rich man was lost and Lazarus saved before they died? Luke chapter 16, verse 25. But Abraham said, Son, remember that in your lifetime you received good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted and you are tormented. Well, this is a really insightful question. And so let's kind of back up the story for a moment. We know that in the New Testament, there is no designation for, quote, eternity based on one's bank account. In fact, we find that there are wealthy people who love the Lord, believe in the Lord, and at the same time there are poor people who hate all things of God. So one's bank account is not determinative of whether they go into heaven or go into hell. The only deciding factor is Jesus Christ alone. All right? Now, let's go back to the specific story. Now, Luke chapter 16 in the story begins with a really unique phrase. There was a certain rich man. Now, there is a debate on how many parables Jesus spoke. Was it 33 or 32? I side with 32. Those who go to 33 believe that this is a parable. I don't believe it's a parable for multiple reasons. Why? If it is, then it's the only parable where the characters speak to one another, names are given. There's a whole lot of different reasons, but that's not the point of the question. When Jesus says there was a certain rich man, okay, I believe that in the historical context, his audience knew exactly who he was talking about. And we get the idea that he was probably a vile individual. And then he says, and Lazarus, who took the breadcrumbs from his door. He spoke his name, and I'm sure his listeners knew exactly who that was. Now, again, I don't want to be pejorative here, but I don't think the story of this is about rich people and poor people. I just think really the story is this vile man embraced the goodness of life on earth, but lost it for all eternity. And Lazarus, who had so little on earth, is celebrating in all eternity. I don't think the story is about bank accounts as much as it is about this. Be careful where we desire to enjoy and embrace the things that are pleasing. Do we really want instant gratification for 50 to 70 years and then an eternity in hell? Or would we rather suffer and maybe miss out on some things today for an eternity in heaven? Again, I think the designation of wealth is really the identification of who this person was, as Jesus told this story about be careful where you store up your treasures. Are they, quote, as he said in the Sermon on the Mount, are they in heaven? Are they simply for rust and moth here on earth? Great question. If you have one, send it to AskJeff.net. Maybe your question will be tomorrow's. Thanks for being a part of today's daily question. Now, we answer a question each and every day. Please feel free to submit a new question at AskJeff.net. We may not have gotten to yours today, but we eventually will continue to be a part of this. Subscribe so you don't miss out on a question every day.